about her as a friend, which is a sort of amazing thing, to tell you the truth, because we met each other a few hundred yards that way at Morehouse North in 1967. The fall of 1967. Wanda and I still talk about how in the world did they decide to put us together as roommates. And we wanted the same thing. I'm a little easy. Wanda is by the book. You don't get to do all the things that she has done without knowing so much. I have to tell you, on the way up here, we drove up from Savannah, and she got a phone call from Savannah State, some of her faculty, and they were asking her, well, what do we do about this? I don't know. And I sat there and wondered that Wanda, driving the car, getting me to Atlanta, getting herself to Atlanta, laid it all out for this man. Okay, no, you can't do that because that's under titles. You can't do that. I'm thinking she's doing this all in her head. She's an extraordinary, extraordinary woman. But when I met her, she was a freshman from Savannah, and I was a freshman from Macon, Georgia. And we figured that's why they put us together. I don't know. When I got to Spelman, Wanda, who had gotten here early, was unpacked, had bought spreads and curtains for the window, which were up, had bought spreads for me. I remember them, they were red and black check. Not my choice.
And the pajamas.
My bed wasn't made yet, because my theory is, you're just gonna get back in it anyway. Her theory is, Tina, why don't you make up your bed? My theory was, we were very different. My theory was, shoot, I got 2 weeks to work on that paper. I finished my paper, Tina. Please, won't you just do this so I won't be up all night the night before with her. She would beg me to study for my test because I would keep her up the night before. We were completely different. She's very neat. I'm a bit of a sloth. She liked the window open at night. No, I liked the window closed. She couldn't breathe with the window open. So I would wake up in the middle of the night for a reason. We had the steam radiators that kept things hot. I'd wake up freezing. She'd have all those big windows in the house all the way up to the top. I can't breathe, Tina. So I'd bundle up, and we were completely different, which we understood our sophomore year, because we got different roommates. Some women are smart women, okay? And I'm sure it saved our friendship. And what's so interesting is that those two girls, because that's what we were, from Georgia, continue on to have a 40-something year friendship. And it's mostly because of Wanda. We've heard so many things about Wanda as being an accomplished career woman. Wanda's the best friend you can have. Now that's the truth. Every book that I have had published, she's had a party for me. She's invited me to whatever university or college she is at. She's made her friends buy my books. She's gotten a poster framed of one of my books that's in her office, and every time, her home office, and every time I go there, I see this. Wanda is the best friend. Let me tell you how good a friend she is. When she was working at USA Today, she was my bragging friend. She had a corner office, her assistant had an assistant, and and she had a full bath with a shower and a tub. I mean, it was it was a corner office overlooking the Potomac. Beautiful, beautiful. When my first book came out, Baby the Family, she went up to the publisher. Where's Wanda? Was it the publisher? This is my roommate from college. She has a new book out that's published by, Harcourt Brace Ivanovich, and we're going to have to. I had a luncheon with all the African-American editors and writers, am I right? In the executive dining room. And when I finished that, of course they wrote stories about me. I had a USA Today review, like a half-a-page review, and before after I finished lunch, she took me by the elbow and said, come on, we're going upstairs. Took me upstairs, and the publisher is on truly the top floor, waltzed her butt in there and said, this is my friend I was telling you about. Your wife will really love her book. Sat me down and had me. That's how every single way. And that's just my career. Her husband loves my husband. I love her husband. We love each other, we laugh together. We have now finally, she has done things for me all over this country. I never asked Wanda for one thing. Now that's the truth. And you may think I'm lying. I never said, can you get me in USA Today? I never had to. Wanda's that kind of friend. She beat me to the punch. I probably would have eventually, but she beat me to the punch. She is as good a friend now, and I didn't know it at the time, as she was over there in Morehouse North. She continues to be a good friend. She continues to be a good mother. It's a beautiful daughter here. She continues to be a good mother, a good wife, a good friend. Oh my goodness, a good mentor. But I am here to say congratulations to my friend, Wanda Small-Sloan.